I'm making a second video touring my home. So I have my studio here, the table, I have things in all four cabinets of the chest of drawers. I don't wear those metal shoes anymore, the black shoes that black people wear for work. They damage my toes, my big toes, and make my feet itch. I use the top drawer. I've got things in all the drawers. I've got very good quality clothing. I might think I can't afford it, but I can because I'm very discerning and I know exactly what I wear and who to buy from. And I have worn these clothes. They're my clothes. These are very good quality clothes, trousers, that shirt. And these t-shirts of pure cotton and very thick, and the dye is very black. And red shirts. I'm wearing a red shirt, and I've got 3 red shirts. And these green army trousers, beautiful. They're nylon, but they're made in a certain way. They're not like the nylon shirts from the 70s, which smells, and they don't smell. And they're good quality. At the top has a Bible. I write on the Bible. I use it like a notebook. That's an old King James Bible. Tins of smoking pans, and that's from the village from 1988, December. And these things on my walls are important. Every picture tells a story which comes to me from God. Ezekiel and Revelation will say that these paintings have been painted by 4 cherubs, which represent Jesus Christ in heaven. And this is my army blanket. This is my bivouac. So I don't have a bed. I have a mattress, 2 blankets, one underneath, one on top. Because I don't use the colour. I just leave it in the corner. The blanket's very warm. But that's an all year round blanket. Pillows. There's a stack of paintings there. There's towels there. A Bible there without the cover. And that will be for my washing. I don't have to do washing very often because I do it on the app. So they don't know me. So I wouldn't have to wash but every 3 months for £20. And I could wear my clothes. I could wash every month, every 2 months, every 3 months. I could go 3 months without washing with these clothes. And I make sure, see, I wear the clothes in this drawer, but these are new clothes which are in the packages, trousers, shirts, t-shirts, but I don't wear them. Now they all fit me, but if my washing doesn't come back, I have another set of clothing. And these clothes, I don't even wear them when my washing comes back. I don't wear those clothes. They're all brand new in packaging. And 9 t-shirts, and I think 2 shirts, and let me think how many trousers. 9 t-shirts, 2 shirts, and 4 trousers. Those are t-shirts, and the old big trousers I don't wear anymore, but brand new. I wore them, but I don't need to wear them. If I got fat again because I was in the hospital, I'd have to put them on. And in the bottom drawer, you've got some papers I have, which are important. Black masks, which I keep on me, and belts. I've got 5 more of the belts I'm wearing. And then here is a painting, Woman Sowing the Seed. Here's a damp grey cloth to wipe the floor. Some paintings. That's an Italian woman I painted who's very strong in the Latin Bible. A beggar she was, but I helped her to find a flat and everything. It took about 4 years. And I knew her for about 7, I think. I don't know her anymore. I did know her. I knew her last year. 20, I knew her this last year, but I sent her away because the evangelism was over. I read the Bible to her. I let her into my home once, and I begged her to go. 2021, I did that. I begged her to go because there was going to be trouble. And I told her to go. And she just lives in Enfield anyway. She said, that's a painting that God gave me because someone will say your style isn't naive. It's a naive Christian style. But it's an angelic style, but they will say you can't paint. So that's a basket of orchids, and no one will ever say I can't paint. And that is like an OG, the Hebrews call OG, something that's unclean, because the Bible says that a cursed person will have 1 limb longer than the other, but I don't. No one in my family does, but that man's got 1 strong arm, which is longer. He's got an orange head, which is a Brahmin, but he's bald. And you see, I practice obeah, but that is given in the Bible. You must practice obeah. That is of our family. Your uncle is my father there, and that is OC. That is Emanika, that is Mother, that is Nonia. And that is just what I have in my home. It is the whole world. The view from my window is Greater London, City of God. But that is in my home. The sky and the ground, everything I can see from my windows is in my home. So I live in the country that I can see. And those are the three, I painted that three dragons in Revelation in Lake Cameron. That was the Ebo wedding, which I exhibited in 2010 at the City and Guilds. That's OC with the dreadlocks, and that's his mother and father. It's based on a painting by Rembrandt called The Jewish Bride, and that is the Ebo bride. And that's for putting in origin. And the beautiful carpet, beautiful, my fire. That painting of the Oba, the Ebo Oba, or Jehovah, or Chinnakem, and with the hammer of God. And that's the painting, Alleluia, about death. I was sitting in the garden alone with the moon. The garden you can see from my window. That was exhibited with 5 paintings with light. That's you I painted naked when I was in Lake Como, my last of the 7 paintings, which was exhibited there. And those paintings are all important for a reason. Love and faith. And you see, flowers. So the Yuba says the black listens, all of us that you live for Yuba may die. And that's Tower Bridge, which is on, I've got the symbol. I worked there for Nokia in a research company. That's the best job I did. I had good jobs with good companies all the time. The top companies, what they call blue chip and high tech. And you can see, someone said, will I lose? But I won't. I have voices all the time telling me to decapitate myself because black people have to be unfair to other people. But I'm 6 foot tall, so they'd have to cut my feet off. And they would, they say, but they won't. That's Tower Bridge you see on a hard. It says London at the top, and that Union Jack is Egyptian and Ebro. The red cross on a white background comes from ancient Egypt, and then went to the Igbo, maybe some other African tribes, but long before it came to Europe. It didn't come to Britain at all. It went from Egypt to the Greeks, and then to Cyprus, and eventually from Cyprus to Richard the Lionheart, and to England during the Crusades. Some of these paintings are exquisite, but if you look at them carefully, they mean something. And that's a roll of linen, which unused, it belongs to me. It's just like wealthy, it costs a fortune. It's pure French linen. And this is a metal cupboard I bought. Can you see it? Can you see that? I don't know. Which I bought when I was at 18 High Road. Those are photographs in that blue acetate, about 70 of them. They're priceless. You couldn't make them anymore. And with an old digital camera, that's a text from a play I wrote, and some white hangers and a belt. And on top, there's some tobacco, 20 packs of tobacco. That's a precious oil for a vape. That's a Bible, the Jehovah's Witness Bible from 1961. That's the New Testament that's mother of pearl, that fish. Pure mother of pearl. And tobacco, tins, spare lighters and so on. Tins and the papers. And I'll go back here. I'll open this, you see. And you see, that's all in there is the papers, tobacco, and something else I will show. I'll show you these paintings. That is a painting of me as a sort of Buddha in a spiritual position, but not Buddhism. Not Buddhism. It's to do with Egypt. It's to do with Horus, ruler of the 2 horizons. The first black Egyptians believed that they were Horus, but later Egyptians said they were Ra, so like Ramesses, because they said they were God. But the first Egyptians never said they were God. They said they were Horus. They were eternal princes in celestial heavens, but they were never God. They didn't call God Ra anyway. They called God Amon or Q or R, but not Ra. And they believed in the same type of God that the Jews did, a one God. But all the other gods were just angels or children of God. That rose is very important for me, the Rose of Sharon. And Nonny was born in Yorkshire, that's the white rose. And all these things mean something. Now, I'll go to my neck. You see the curtains? The curtains. There are 2 black shirts there. They're 3X large. My shirts are 4X large. Now, if they could fit, they fit me, but I don't wear them. Even if I lose weight, I'll wear 4X large because a shirt can't make you look fat if it's too big. It's like protection.